Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I found a story that really grabbed my attention. It was in the middle of the night, what I call the middle of the night, probably about 11 midnight. Actually, that's early morning to me. I found this story that really grabbed my attention. I am so much in support of this woman. It's a 29-year-old woman on TikTok. I'll get to her in a second. And then she's talking about her lifestyle, her current lifestyle, and how it works for her. And all of a sudden, this right winger, Josh Lakach, took this TikTok video. He happened to come across it, saying he wasn't very impressed with her lifestyle. And he brought that over to Twitter, land of the right-wing nuts. And Matt Walsh, right-wing nut commentator, Matt Walsh found this, and he just had a field day. And all of his, a good portion of his followers all piled on this woman. And just because of her lifestyle. Just because she's happy, and she makes videos for other people that are similar to her, and talks about her life. And to right wingers, this is just so offensive. Matt Walsh, this is the crazy thing. Matt Walsh commented that he thinks that she's so stupid she doesn't realize her life is so depressing. Man, that line just grabbed me. Okay, let me start at the very beginning here. Okay, her name is Julie Mazur. I'll put the link right down below to her TikTok page. So you can go watch all her videos. I watched a good portion of them. I love this woman. She's got a lifestyle very similar to what I had when I was 29 years old. Well, mine was a little more reckless, but she has no kids. She's not married, and she posts these videos for people like her. She's she figures she'll have kids and get married, but it just hasn't happened to her yet. She's in no rush to get a man. She doesn't need a man, doesn't need a family. Things will happen when they happen. And so she did this one video in particular where she came home from a Beyonce concert, and she lives in LA, 29 years old. And she came home from a Beyonce concert, and the next day she was laying around kind of recuperating. She had a plan to watch The Real Housewives of Los Angeles that night. And it sounds a lot like my day. It's very relaxing, not having a whole lot of responsibilities. I think we could all relate to that. And she talked about how she was going to make a Middle Eastern dish and sit around and just kind of take the day. It's a Saturday. Take the day as it comes. And that's it. That's what this initial right winger, Josh Lakach, found so offensive. Julie calls her. She mentioned her the effortlessness and ease of her life, and I can totally relate to that. I mean, I'm busy. I'm busy working on me. I'm busy working on finances, on my different career goals, and I'm busy especially because I know my family's getting older, and I spend the most amount of time I can with my family. But that family does not include a wife or any kids. It's my sister, her family, and my sister right now isn't married, and she's never had kids either. So I'm not an uncle, I'm not a father, I'm not a grandfather, I'm none of that, and I'm almost 58 years old. So I can kind of relate to this woman. So I got a few thoughts on this. Initially, why is anybody so upset about this woman, especially Matt Walsh's comment that he's assuming that just because he sees her life, that's his opinion, the way he looks at her life, he thinks it's depressing. I look at people with kids running around all day, married, arguing, cheating on each other. Over 50% of couples now get divorced. The bickering, the alimony, splitting the kids up, having to run to soccer practice, clarinet practice, Boy Scouts. The thing that I think I don't miss the most is the fact that I think guys my age, look so much older than me. That's my opinion. I don't know. and they lose their sense of style. They just let themselves go. They don't, and if they want to care for their family, that's great. But I mean, call it selfish or whatever. I enjoy working on myself. You got to remember too that I spent 2.5 decades kind of wasted away. And if I did have kids, I think I would have messed their lives up. I'm kind of thankful that I didn't have any kids, because almost all the people I was in detox and rehab with had kids, and they just made the biggest mess of their lives and their kids' lives. But I look at, I don't feel any jealousy, any regret when I look at families or grandfathers or fathers, people my age. I don't get any of that. But Matt Walsh says, he looks at her life, and he actually has the audacity to say that she's just too stupid to realize how depressing her life is. I mean, that just amazes me. I've talked about this before. Conformity. This is it again. Conformity in the right wing. These people get the right wing conservative Republicans. If people all don't do the exact same thing, worship the same God, dress the same hairstyle, same family, same houses, just conveyor belt, all the same, doing the same thing, kids go to the same school, that if somebody does something different, it's a threat to them. And then, the thing that I don't get too is these guys take it personally. And again, I hate to bring this up, but it really makes me wonder. It makes me think that these guys are insecure in their masculinity and maybe their physical prowess, their build, that they're so offended that one woman they don't even know doesn't need a man, or doesn't have. She doesn't even say that she doesn't need a man. She just doesn't have a man yet. And they get so worked up and scared because one woman seems okay without them and isn't dependent on them, and obeying them. Some one woman's being different. So, oh my God, then other women might do this and they might not need men. And oh my God, then where will I be then? There's so many parts of this that I just amaze me. The biggest thing though is Matt Walsh actually calling this woman stupid because he sees her life as depressing, and he thinks that she should realize this. And part of me wonders too if they're just so depressed, and maybe it's just like it's what they're feeling. They're what's it called? When you put your feelings on somebody else. That's another feeling I get here, that they are just so worried about their own life that they see a woman that's happy with her life and they're like, this can't be right, this can't be possible, how could she be happy? Why aren't I happy? What's that called when you put your feelings into somebody else? I can't remember what that's called. I've actually had a couple. You guys have probably seen them in the comments. I've got two, maybe three trolls, haters that just watch every single video, have to comment on every video with sarcastic. I think they kind of add spice to the comments, so that's why I leave them on there. I could just ban them. I could make their comments invisible so nobody sees them. I have these options, but I think they kind of add spice, and as long as they don't go too far. Like I said, I had this one troll that actually started doxing me and putting my phone number up on all my comments. That's when you're nuts. I've had a couple of these guys, criticize me that I'm selfish or arrogant because I don't have a family. And, I don't know. Maybe I am, but who cares? And why is it any of your concern? And why do you watch all my videos if you disapprove of my life so much? I don't get it sometimes. I'm happy where I'm at. I'll be honest. There's one thing. I get some pictures from when I was a kid. I just recently I posted some on Facebook. Me and my sister, like 10 years old, 8 years old. My mother took hundreds, thousands of pictures, and she's giving me these pictures now. And to be honest, I'm lucky if I have another 20 years on this earth. To be totally honest with you, especially the way I've led the last 58 years. And who am I going? Where are these pictures going to go? A lot of this stuff, I wonder where it's going to go. Once I have it, and there's a little regret there. I see families. I'm starting to see young kids, and I'm actually getting to the age that I should have been at, like in my late 20s. I'm like, they're so cute, and I smile when I see kids, But it doesn't mean that I actually want any for myself. I enjoy my lifestyle. I couldn't be a father. I couldn't be a grandfather now. I don't have it in me. If people want to judge, they feel the need to judge me for that. I think it says more about them than it says about me. Anyway, let me know what you think. The links will be down below to the story and to Julie's TikTok videos. They're really good. Check them out. I'm going to do a video on TikTok too, so maybe some of her viewers will come back to my YouTube channel and watch this. All right, you guys. I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a great Friday.